So I'm out on the XR today for a little bit of motorcycle therapy. I've been feeling a bit down in the dumps lately. No real reason for it. Just getting old, I suppose, and not so much of a purpose in life without going to work every day. So it's a good job I've got YouTube videos to make. That gives me a purpose. So what I want to do is go to one of my favourite little peaceful spots that I know. You won't have seen this on the channel before. So if you know me and you've been watching my videos, you'll know I like a bit of peace and quiet. I like to get away from the hubbub of everyday world, get away from social media, put the mobile phones away and get out on the bike for some therapy. So I'm on the XR because this little ride involves quite a bit of off-road. It's not very far, probably 10 miles from my house, with a little half-mile walk at the end. So it's a beautiful morning, a lovely autumn morning. Quite early for me to be out. It's not long gone 8 o'clock, but rain is coming in later, so I thought I'd better get out while the sun's out. Talking of sun, you'll have to excuse the glare a little bit because we're riding right into the sun. Not very good for photography. So we're out at Warden Point now. This is where those nice World War II pillboxes went off the cliff. Down that road there. We're going this way. So we've had quite a bit of rain lately, so it might be flooded down here. So this takes us to Warden Bay, this road, but not many people come this way for obvious reasons that you're about to see. So cars do come up and down here, but I wouldn't advise it really, especially when it floods, because that is rough. So, you know, you probably wouldn't make it in your standard road car. Need a 4x4, something with a bit of ground clearance. So my top box is rattling like a good one. If you can hear that rattling, that's what that is. Yeah, what a nuisance. So I'm trying to show you what's in it, what's down here. Quite interesting. Have to be careful because we're right on the edge of the cliff here. That is literally, I'm going to say 200-foot drop straight down. Quite a good staring spot, isn't it? Be a fantastic little spot for a wild camp. It really would. But you do get a lot of dog walkers and people come up here. So it's a shame people leave rubbish there. Such a beautiful little spot. So you can see lays down in the distance there. So this is where the MZ came from, one of these houses up here. On the road for a little while. So we're stuck behind a car, but I've got a little plan. I'm going to turn off, get away from those cars. I missed my little turning, but there it is. A little bit dodgy, but so we're away from the cars and we've got a bit of freedom again, which is why motorcycles, small motorcycles in particular, are so good for the soul. It's that freedom, isn't it? Freedom to take whichever path you like. That's a tough decision. Either one is great. We're going to do this one. No traffic here. You've got that real sense of freedom, haven't you? Pretty about the rattly top box, spoiling my peace and quiet. So we're going to head down to Shellness, Hamlet, which is right down the end of the island. So if you ever come to the Isle of Sheppey, there aren't many reasons to come to the Isle of Sheppey, to be honest. But one of them is to come down to Shellness. It's about as remote as you can get in Kent. So some of you may know where I am here. I've done a few wild camps on this spot. Absolutely idyllic. And there's no one here. You can rent that out if you want. I think it's on What's that? Airbnb, I'm going to say. Yep, you can hire that place if you want. So I'm going to ride down here. I'm not sure I can get out at the other end, but we'll go and have a look. It's such a nice little ride. Right, this is a bit of a challenge. Because the handlebars are only just going to fit between those posts. Oh, look. Inches to spare. So this is Shellness, Hamlet. No public right of way. They're very protective of their little hamlet. Almost too protective. So I think I'll leave my bike here, chain it to this metal post. Good luck to anyone that tries to lift the bike off of there. That's the exits are all locked up. Should be safe enough. Not many people come down here, especially on a weekday. Just got to climb over this stile. Not very graceful, but I don't know why it's like that really. Why it's even there. So we're heading for a World War II pillbox. It's about half a mile away. Very picturesque little spot. And super quiet, as you'll see in a minute. So we've made it to the beach anyway. Just about another quarter of a mile to the lovely little pillbox up here, and the peaceful spot that I've been craving. So this is one very well preserved World War II gun emplacement. I think it's a bit rough in here. Look at the rubbish. So I'm not so keen on the graffiti. Even if it is sort of a work of art, I don't like it. It's not in keeping with World War II, is it? That's a fine structure. If I was a bit more agile, I'd climb up on top of there. So this is where I come when I want a bit of peace and quiet. Can't get much more solitude than this. Blooming lovely. Good for the soul. Right, it's time to go. There's some big black clouds rolling in and it's going to rain. So if you've watched this far, thanks very much, I appreciate it. I hope you got some therapy out of it as well. I know I did. My happiness level has gone up a notch, which is all we can ask for, isn't it? So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.